Harris Ace Hardware say thank you for choosing Harris Ace as your favorite place to buy hardware and building supplies. Stop by Harris Ace Hardware and check out their weekly deals. Sign up for Ace Rewards and start earning points toward coupons and rewards. You'll even receive a $5 coupon just for signing up. Harris Ace Hardware in Jesup, Hinesville, Eulonia, and now in Brunswick. They are ready to serve your everyday building and hardware needs. Harris Ace Hardware.
It's time now for the latest in local sports. In sports, now that we know there's going to be Major League Baseball news about teams that are being released, and the Braves announced yesterday that newly acquired pitcher Cole Hamels will be ready when the season opens up in late July. 36-year-old missed the original spring training because of left shoulder discomfort during off-season workouts. He would not have been ready for a March 26 opening date, but he says he will be ready when the team opens up, either July 23rd or July 24th. Hamels says he feels great. Will throw a bullpen session tomorrow. Braves signed Hamels to a one-year, $18 million contract in the offseason. Braves needed some starting pitching after losing Julio Teheran and Dallas Keuchel to free agency. Hamels, a former World Series MVP, says he's ready to get on the mound for the Atlanta Braves opening day. PGA golfer Brooks Koepka has withdrawn from this week's Travelers Championship due to the fact that his caddy, Ricky Elliott, tested positive for the coronavirus. Koepka ranked fourth in the world rankings, made the decision Wednesday. He says he just felt like it was the safest thing to do. He said he just didn't want to risk anyone else, so he felt it best to simply withdraw from this week's event. Meanwhile, Bubba Watson was interviewed by a magazine making news. The two-time Master champion says it doesn't matter who you tee it up with over the weekend, saying it matters tremendously. He says, to be honest, there are some guys that are just not pleasant to be with and play with, but Bubba admitted that other golfers may say the same about him. Watson says you see a certain name on the pairings and you know you can joke around and have a fun day. Other players, he says, you know it's going to be a day of just being quiet and playing your game. Watson says in his earlier days he loved to play with Phil Mickelson because there was always constant interaction. Watson says it's always fun. Watson was asked who he didn't like to play with, but he says he'll keep that to himself and be politically correct in answering that question. Speaking of golf, reminded all members of the Pine Forest Country Club, they have a meeting set for this evening at 7 p.m. They're going to discuss the Rogers Cup set for this weekend. 40 members of the association have signed up to play this weekend. Should be a fun event, always the most fun tournament of the year. Again, it takes place Saturday and Sunday. If you haven't paid your dues, membership is $75 tonight. Again, all members encouraged to attend. Meeting set for tonight at 7 p.m. at the Pine Forest Country Club, always a steak dinner. Again, all members are encouraged to attend tonight's meeting at 7 p.m. at the Country Club. More news from the Georgia High School Association this week. Again, they voted to adopt a shot clock for the high school basketball games this upcoming season. The vote count was 53-10 in favor of the clock. In the coming season, the clock will only be used in GHSA-approved holiday tournaments. The following year, it can be used in region games, and by the year 2022, 2023, it'll be mandatory for all games, including state playoffs. There's been a change for Arthur Williams Middle School softball tryouts. According to head coach Jason Osteen, tryouts are going to be just 2 days, July 13th and 14th, and 6th, 7th, and 8th graders will all try at the same time. Tryouts will take place at the Ben Park Complex, field number 2. Tryouts will take place from 10 a.m. to 12:30 each day. It's going to dates July 13th and 14th for Arthur Williams Middle School softball tryouts. That's going to do it for the latest in local sports. Sports is brought to you each and every day this time by friends at Harris Ace Hardware.
To some, the sound of a baby babbling doesn't mean much, but that's not true. They're testing out vowels and consonants and trying different sounds. And by 12 months, their babbling is beginning to take on meaning.